Well, golly gee and boy howdy, welcome back to more of this game that we're playing right now. What I should do, I'm going to head back out again, do another zone or whatever, but what I should do first, I think, is merge the new boy. Merge Carnivine. I tend to like to prefer to merge everything at the same time, because that means my team grow at like, roughly the same rate, and they're all ready to merge again at the same time, and once they're all ready to merge, then I'm ready to take an advancement test and all that sort of thing. This guy is so far behind though, and will level up so much faster than the rest of the team, that merging him now is probably sensible, honestly. Do we have a higher level heal? We got the mana regen. I'm kind of happy-ish. I'm happy. With his current healing ability on this side. I think what we want to do is look for a passive ability for him. I don't know if there's anything good we can get here. Extra MP might be nice. Resisting blind, confuse and sleep isn't terrible. Extra HP also very nice, actually. Mana recovery. Oh yeah, he can't have a water move, can he? Yeah, that's awkward about this guy, actually, because he can't learn anything on the wind side because he's banned, because he's by his very nature an earth creature, and he can't learn anything on the fire side because that will replace his water move, because that's just how the game works, apparently. So really, we can only learn a passive from the earth side at the moment, which I think maybe we're looking for a big HP or MP increase, I think, ideally. 10% more HP is nice, I guess. Or we could just merge him in one of these for extra merge potential. I don't know what up health related parameters means necessarily, but that doesn't sound like a bad thing. That sounds like something we might benefit from. Yeah, excellent compatibility. Yeah, let's just do this. More merge potential. Evolution potential. More evolving. More being bigger and stronger and more powerful. That's what we want. That's our goal here. Yes, please hatch the egg. Please kindly hatch the egg. That would be most bodacious. I appreciate that mightily, I do. Right. Okay, stop talking. Let's go somewhere, shall we?
Thank you for coming.
I'm thinking we did the Earth 3 last time? Was that last time? Was it time before? I can't remember exactly. We did it recently, anyway. So I think we want to do one of the other threes, probably not firewalking, probably Way of Wind, to be honest. Real quick, actually, though, real quick, I swear, real quick, just a real quick detour. Don't worry, it won't take a second. We're just gonna pull over here for a second, just for a moment. This was the wrong place. just hold up, just bear with me, okay? Just rein in your impatience. It's fine. We don't need to. Yeah, new quest. See, this was worth it. Ogre Karach. I found an unusual egg in the forest. I will trade 10 Ganakarach eggs for it. Excuse me. Fucking 10 eggs of a very specific monster type. Not doing that one then, am I? What's this guy then? Wanted 4 saving up stacks of all beasts. I hear it's in Barren Earth, where we have just been. We do get a Drac egg out of it, which is quite nice. Or that leaf guy in the groundwork beat me. I can't take it anymore. Someone get in for me. Reward some money. Don't care. I'm going to accept this. And we're going to go back to Barren Earth and we're going to find that. And we're going to get us a fucking Drac egg. That's the plan. Everything is derailed. We've had a complete change of plan. But that's fine. These things happen. I want to get a Drac egg. Because Dracs are dragons. And I don't know if you know this about dragons, but dragons are kind of cool. Oh, it's in Barren Earth, not Groundwork. It's in this one. I thought Barren Earth was the third one. It's actually in the fourth one. We hold off on this for now then, but we'll keep hold of the quest. We'll keep that in our back pocket and go back to Plan A, which is completing Way of Wind. Oh boy, that was a fucking gamut of emotions there, wasn't it? Slalomed back and forth between about 6 different ideas for what we're going to do, but we're on track now. We have a target, a clear goal set out for us, and we're going to go and achieve that. It's going to be spectacular. I really hope I sold up. If I didn't, I'll be really disappointed in myself. I seem to be able to loot things, so that's a promising start. Why is it so scratchy, so shuffly, the noise when I walk around out there? Okay, good start to this zone. We found some useless shit and not achieved very much. Oh, they're fast. Yeah, just attack. Just attack. Yeah, good. Good just attacking. Much better than getting poisoned. Oh, they're frail and weak and useless. Fucking hell, man. Waiting to pull the trigger on that, weren't you? Real quickly, just rip out an evolution, why not? Game's too easy, I think. I have been kind of flying through the game recently, and that is going to come to like a sudden stop at some point. It's going to come to a screeching halt where I just slam my face into a difficulty brick wall. And it's going to teach me a thing or two. My one-size-fits-all solution maybe won't be quite as effective once we get to that point. It's be a while yet, I think, though. I think we'll probably get through all 4 zones on each side, and then when we move on to the second half of the game, things will probably get a little bit more spicy. We got time yet, though. The big goal right now is to get enough reputation to complete the final advancement test so that we can have a full team. Because frankly, anyone who gets added to the team too late is just going to forever be a lot weaker than the rest of the team and is going to not be particularly useful against the end of the game. So if we can get there quicker, that'll be great. What I should be doing is merging the monsters in my box whenever they hit level 20. But I can't be bothered, so they're just going to just sit there uselessly. Honestly, if I'm being offered a Drac, then that Drac is probably going to be my final monster, because Dracs are quite good, from my remembering.
Dr. Gil, what are you doing here?
I gave Yamu an ornament for his spear.
Pretty! Gil, bravo!
He's pretty good with his hands.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm so
dragonfly
happy
woman!
for you.
Don't think they tested that bit. That didn't quite work right, did it? Okay, never mind. It's fine. One minor issue.
That is the spear of Mammon. Quite an historical artifact.
An historical artifact.
What do you think? Pretty!
Okay, this was really informative, thanks. Yeah, I mean, obviously this game dates back to a time where you couldn't just release a broken game and then patch it later. If it released with bugs, those bugs were sort of with you for a lifetime unless you wanted to reprint the CDs, which was obviously not worth it for the case of a minor dialogue issue like that, but it does mean they just sort of live on forever, which is a shame, right? I'm not a big fan of the, release it broken, patch it later culture, which has sprung up around AAA video games in recent years. But being able to patch things in general isn't necessarily bad. I don't know, I'm in two minds about it a little bit, because for me, you leave. I don't like the idea, and this has happened a couple times with games, where you buy a game and then it gets patched into oblivion and becomes a different game to what you originally bought, right? Obviously not fundamentally, but there's enough drastic changes that it's no longer as fun as it was when you first bought it. Or at least to your particular sensibilities it isn't. So, I don't know. I don't know, I'm in two minds about a lot of things in the modern gaming industry, honestly. Like, just design principles in general, I think, have become incredibly homogenized in recent years, to the point where you can't deviate from that at all, or else you're accused of doing it wrong. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think different people enjoy different things, but, you know, excessive focus testing and market research and stuff has got us to the point now where there's like an accepted way of doing things, and anything else is sort of either never released at all, or if it is released, it is sort of mocked for doing things that way. It's happened a bit recently. I mean, I do remember people giving Elden Ring a hard time for some of its UI design decisions and its minimalism in that sort of respect. No golden trail leading you to quests, because obviously Elden Ring was a game built off Dark Souls, which was a niche market game that then somehow managed to capture sort of mainstream relevance, right? And when it hit the mainstream, a lot of people suddenly didn't like its design principles. But I think it's okay for people to not like the design principles of games, right? You don't have to like every game. It's not for you, and that's fine. And I think some people do struggle to sort of get on with that. Same goes for, I think I've spoken to this fairly recently, because it only came out this year, Dragon's Dogma 2. It followed exactly the way things were done in the original Dragon's Dogma, and I liked the original Dragon's Dogma, and I was happy with that, right? For me, I always really liked how it sort of made every quest into an expedition. It did mean, yeah, there's a lot of repetition in the game, but not just being able to like fast travel anywhere you want free of charge, I think was a good thing. At least for what I enjoy out of games, right? But it was sort of mocked and received quite low critic scores in some cases because of those decisions, but, you know, it was staying true to a formula that had done well for it in the past, and I see no reason they should have changed that just to sort of meld with the sensibilities of the greater audience. Like, every game doesn't have to be Assassin's Creed, is what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? I think it's really just sort of neuter the greater concept of game design as a whole by expecting everything to be the same. Less innovation, less risk-taking, you know, everything has to tick the correct boxes. As I say, I'm not a big fan of that. But on the flip side of the coin, there are advantages, obviously, to that sort of thing. If you find a good way of doing something, why not double down on it? Why not do it well? Why not polish that aspect rather than changing things for the sake of changing things? Obviously, back in the 90s, there weren't really these sort of established principles, and that's why a lot of old games kind of play like shit by today's standards, right? Like, I loved GoldenEye. Let's go back to GoldenEye on the N64. That game is fucking awful. It is ludicrous to play that game right now, because the controls just aren't up to snuff. Like, Halo came out and changed everything when it came to first-person shooter controls. Prior to that, you moved like a tank, and, you know, aiming was just clunky and relied a lot on auto-aim and stuff, and it just wasn't acceptable. Or it was acceptable at the time, but you know what I mean. Standard sort of became standards for a reason in a lot of cases, and I do understand that. But as I say, there's two sides to that argument for sure. And that ends my games industry rant for the day. What's been happening in this game while I've been rambling? What have we been doing? I've just been sort of blindly fighting things. Found a big flying skeleton, man. That's pretty cool, right? It's pretty awesome. Really need to drop save up off that guy. Okay. This seems like a good turn to get a little bit of cheeky experience from my boy here. What are you doing? What was that? What did you just do? What are these crimes you're doing? Please cease immediately. Did it come up and say at like the end of the round, like his defense lowered or something? I genuinely don't know what that ad rocker thing just did at all. Seems like it's probably bad because it only hit one target and is quite, what was it, a C rank or B rank skill? Quite a high rank skill, so I feel like it's going to be something that I'm not going to enjoy, but I don't really get what it was, to be honest. It might have just been something like weird and niche, like a dispel ability to remove stat buffs or something, right? I don't actually know. We'll see once we return the cocoon. That will hopefully give me at least a loose description of what the ability does, because, to be fair, they're never really that helpful. Bury this. Oh, that was good. That was a good turn. I really need to work out what defines accuracy. There has to be something behind that. Unless Spirit Blast is just a low accuracy move and I just never realised. That is also possible, I guess. I'd like to think if they ever made a Jade Cocoon 3, there would be slightly more information available in-game on what everything does. A bit more clarity in general. But again, I mean, that's another thing. A sort of quality of life thing that has improved over the years, right? Going back to my previous point. Developers didn't really feel like they needed to include a great amount of detail for things like this because, you know, it was the early days of game development and they just didn't really think about it. Even this, which, you know, as I say, was this game 2001, 2002, something like that? It wasn't exactly like it was made in 1983, right? But still, a lot of the standard precedent and stuff was still being set at this point in time. Going back to my previous point, Halo, you know, essentially set the standard for first-person shooters on consoles. And that only came out like a year before this. Oh, shit. Well, that's ludicrous. I don't think I've ever seen that model before. Why is he a South Park Canadian? How did this happen? The top of his head balances on top of his tongue. Why do all the mouths turn into the most insane things you've ever seen in your life? Honestly, this makes Pikachu look normal. I'm sure he's much more powerful now, though. I'm sure it will be beneficial. Ooh, speaking of mouths. How are we doing? We're pretty good. Yeah, okay.
Well, would you care for a battle, Squeak?
Yeah. Give me another egg.
Yeah, sounds good. I welcome a battle against a Mao beast hunter.
For I am also kind of one.
You serious? You might be crying later. Well, here goes.
I might be. I won't deny. I'm quite prone to crying. Oh, look at those guys. I forgot about those guys.
Don't pull any punches.
Come on, let's go.
I like the big-eared ones. They're cool. They look like a more natural evolution of the base stage, as opposed to my fucking watermelon and my Incredible Hulk I've got currently. Oh good, they all have useless abilities, so I don't have much to fear from this. Oh, having said that, I am clearly wrong. Don't make them a barrier! Oh, that is a problem. Thankfully we one-shot it. Okay, I'm already regretting my claim that this would be easy. He does only have 4 monsters, right? So presumably this shouldn't be too hard, but he does have some very obnoxious moves to overcome. And we didn't kill one, which is very upsetting. Did that confuse him? It didn't confuse him. Okay, we're in the clear. We'll attack again then. This might be the end of Pikachu if I do, though. He lost half his health this turn. I think we'll be okay. As long as we kill that weak one. It'd be really cool if we could kill the middle one as well, but that's clearly not going to happen now because, you know, inability to focus target. Okay. Okay. We need to do some healing. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, I'm gonna evolve and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, Pikachu's back to normal, thank fuck. Get him, lads. Yeah, if you could kill that middle one, I'd be really happy with that. That's still wrong, Diggersby. Still wrong. I don't know what I'm expecting from you, really, looking at what you've become. Like, the idea that you would be in any way helpful or useful is, I don't know, maybe a bit of a stretch. I like how this is actually, despite technically being a supposedly easier fight, because they're clearly clearly weaker and he's got less monsters and everything, you know. In spite of that, this has actually been quite a difficult fight, just because status effects can be really powerful in the right hands. Oh well. Apologies if you can hear a dog barking in the background, by the way. I'm currently dog sitting. That's not my dog. He's very well behaved and only occasionally barks in the background of my videos, but I currently have my mother's dogs with me and they tend to be yappy little shits at the best of times, so this is what we're kind of stuck with right now. She's not barking about anything in particular. I'm not being neglectful. She's been fed, she's been let out and everything.
People who don't get jokes.
She's just being a little prick. Hopefully my
Incredible! You are quite skilled.
I know.
That was a good match. So here is your reward. You have that many? Then I'll give you something better.
Thank you.
I'll see you again.
Awesome. Is Kamatok what we already have, though? Can we check original species? He's a hee-haw-haw, which is not helpful. That's not a helpful descriptor of what he actually is, what he was born as. I'm just curious if anyone's close to evolution or if they've all kind of just hit thresholds, really. These two are creeping towards their final evolution, but, you know, a ways to go yet. Okay, we won't see any fun new forms for a while then. We'll get there eventually, don't worry. We'll eventually see the true power of my creatures. But yeah, I guess we'll hatch that egg. It would be really cool if it was the other Mao, the yellow one that he was using. It would make sense if he was to give me the thing he was using, but that's just not how this game works, unfortunately. Probably don't need that just yet. Nah, I think we're kind of good. We're kind of fine. Let us keep moving then. I was saying something at some point. I have an unfortunate habit, I'm sure you've noticed, of interrupting myself and then completely losing my train of thought. It makes me very well suited to discussing subjects at length over a long-winded Let's Play. That was a joke. I actually meant the inverse of that. Need a /s tag on the end of that one, don't I? Samakia. Let's do a little heal of Pikachu. Let's do a little sneaky heal of Pikachu real quick. We got the wall up, there's no harm in it. Wahoo! Joltik's actually seems to be the first to run out of mana currently. I have to get MP recovery on him as well. It's going to be a full team with MP recovery at this rate. Which is no bad thing, honestly. It's not necessarily super useful for, like, a single fight, right? There's better abilities to have just for overcoming a fight, making your general stats better, or whatever. For the long haul, which is what this game basically is for the most part, though, keeping your mana up is very nice. It means you don't have to rely so much on Mel's elixirs. You're not going to get to a point where, you know, you're having to use 6 Mel's elixirs every few fights in order to keep everyone in mana. I think there is a very, like, tiny strand of connective tissue at the back. Oh no, that's just his tail, isn't it? Yeah, no, there is no connective tissue. His head, the top of his head is just not connected to the rest of it. And we're supposed to accept this as the new normal. This is why Trump won, I'm telling you. I shouldn't joke. Some people are very, very upset about that, which, yeah, understandable, honestly. If my reproductive rights were being taken away, I probably wouldn't be a particularly huge fan of that. You know? I get it. But then, you know, flip side of the coin, I suppose, or same side of the same coin, I guess, is that the Democrats weren't really improving that side of things either. It's just all a bit shit in America, frankly. They just don't really have choices. We don't have a lot of choice in this country either, to be honest. Like, New Labour isn't much different from the Tories on many, many things, at least. But it's far worse in America, honestly. You've got your centre-right party or your far-right party, and that's it. Those are your choices. I don't talk politics on this show, sorry. If you thought I was just talking politics on this show, then you clearly misheard. You're clearly imagining things. These things are so bulky. You notice how bulky these skeleton boys are? Take so many hits to take down. It's weird because I'm used to windside creatures being incredibly frail, like the helicopter guys and that, and the bugs. They mostly go down in a couple of hits, but these ones are pretty tough. Plus they're cool skeletons, so, you know, win-win. They've made Diggersby like fume. There is smoke rising off Diggersby, and I'm not sure what that means. I genuinely have no clue what that ability does. Is it like petrify? It might be petrify. I think that might be a mechanic in this game that I completely forgot about. Like after a few turns, they just die. So, good thing I'm an epic gamer and got through the fight quickly, isn't it? God, this place is a maze. Oh, hello.
Hello, Dr. Gill.
Just said that.
How has that chestnut boy been doing?
Oh, Master Kahu, you must help me.
What the fuck?
I intended to find out about Yamu, but
What?
Hey, Gil, answer Yamu's question.
Did you all hear that?
What happened?
you see... Now, Yamu, please answer my questions.
Ah.
Yamu kills friends. I answer all.
Well then, Yamu, where did you live?
Yamu lived near Big Tree. Big Tree, Lord Elrond's tree.
So the divine tree of Elrond is not just a legend. This is interesting. What were you doing there?
Yamu, Toto Yamu, Gaga Yamu, Yami. Our job to protect Lord Elrond's tree.
What? So there are more than one descendant of the divine spirit, Maman? Incredible!
Gil, what is divine spirit, Mammon?
The divine spirit, Maman, is you, Yamu. Avarice caused the divine spirit, Maman, to change its appearance.
Avarice? What's that? Divine spirit? What's that? Yamu is Mammon? Can go back.
Now that I do not know.
Gil, tell me. Tell me about divine spirit.
That's what I want you to tell me.
Tell me, tell me, tell me!
So, that is that.
Gil, tell me, tell me!
You tried to ask him questions, but ended up being asked questions yourself.
What should I do? I cannot just lie and teach him something I do not know myself.
So just leave him alone.
Huh? Leave him alone?
He's the chestnut boy, right? He'll just forget when tomorrow comes.
Do you think so?
Okay, a few things went wrong there. The first line of the dialogue was drenched in the echo that is supposed to be for the flashback sequence, even though it wasn't part of the flashback sequence. Then we went to the flashback sequence and we had a black screen. I think that second issue is potentially down to my emulator. Hate to shock you and appall you, but I'm not actually playing this on a legitimate PS2. This is on an emulator. I do own the game for real, so get off my arse. But I think it was meant to be like rendering like a fade out effect, like some sort of hazy, blurry sort of possibly monochrome effect over the top of the scene when they were talking, and that was just like a solid black shape instead because of weirdness. So we just saw nothing for the entire scene. I hope anyway. Because there wasn't even any like subtitles or anything. I will endeavour to turn the volume up for that part of the video so you can actually hear what was said a bit more clearly if need be. But yeah, that was not right. That was not right.
I am asked so many questions that I cannot answer. There is no end.
Tell me, tell me!
What should we tell you?
Huh? What Yamu wants to know!
So this is a descendant of the divine spirit of knowledge?
Yeah, he's seeking knowledge. Makes sense.
Tell me, tell me!
What should
Okay.
Huh?
So this...
I thought they weren't on repeat mode until they were only saying a single line of dialogue, but I guess he was very verbose in his repetition. Fair play to the lad, honestly. Big talk. feel like I found healing somewhere on this level at one point. That happened, right? I don't remember where though, so I'm not gonna go back looking for it. It's my team's fine. I'm ready for a boss fight. Let's just get out of here. Hopefully level 4 will be a bit smaller, because this one has been very big and very mazy. I think this is the right way though. Yes. Good. Excelente. Right, boss fight time. Ostensibly. Assuming we don't run into too much shit first. We will leave this for later. We'll do the boss first. Priorities. This one. This is the boss. Nope. That's a loop. That's an enemy. I mean, I guess. I guess, sure. Yeah, the team's fine. We're clearly far too over-leveled, I guess, or just possibly too well optimized or something for these level 3 stages. I might take a swing at Earth 4, at Barren Earth, after completing this one. That might be next on the agenda, because we got that quest there, and I think we'll probably be fine there for the most part. We might struggle with the final boss, because I do remember the final bosses of each zone being actually quite tricky. But we can at least make some progress into there. Get some cool shit. Alright. I'll grab an egg of the cool flying things. I don't know why I did this before the boss. This was also something we probably should have left until after the boss, in all honesty, but it's fine, I guess. Confusing Diggersby sucks, because he is on both of my attacking sides. Don't like that at all. Might spin around this way. See if we can buy a turn or two to make his confusion go away. Honestly, if he heals the opponents, that's fine. They're on 4 health anyway. Neither here nor there. Still confused, so we'll do that again. There we go. Nice, they focused fire. Didn't know they were capable of such things. This thing's fairly bulky as well, actually. Honestly, this could be a pretty good thing to add on my final corner. Because I was thinking I want my last thing on the water side to also be something that hits quite good. Because just more hitting good is nice. And this thing is pretty powerful, it's pretty bulky. We can teach it like Life Snatch or something off the water side. Then we can just successfully have 0 water monsters and it'll be kind of funny. Fuck those moist nerds. How are we doing? Wanna maybe give one of these to... Honestly, everyone's kind of fine. They've regenerated enough mana between fights. You do get a bit of health and mana back at the end of each fight, and that's honestly enough. I think we're still in a good position to fight a boss, which is in here.
What are you doing? Looking for bug divine beasts?
Huh? Not exactly.
I feel sorry for you if you don't know the power of their magic.
But their health points are low and they're just bugs. They're no good in battle.
When might is right, then of justice there is none. Don't you know that? We are intellectuals. We can't keep company with one who relies on physical strength alone. We're on a different level, so I think nothing of it if we lose.
How annoying. I don't want to lose either.
Oh, thank you. This, honestly, that voice actor's a fucking legend. I'm on board with that voice. It's fucking stupid. There's a lot of stupid voices in this game, and they all amuse me, so I'm honestly down. You are a bug, Joltik. Have some wisdom. This paid off. This was helpful. Jesus Christ, it's another big level. Okay, we found it. What are you, mist monster? What are you, mist monster? Oh, you're like a Hercules beetle. That's neat. I like that thing a lot. It kind of reminds me of Majora's Mask, and I'm not sure why. There's something about the design. I don't know if it's like the eyes, maybe? Remind me of something from Majora's Mask? I honestly can't put my finger on it, but my brain is just like screaming Majora's Mask at me right now. It's very weird. Haha. I'd really like to try and get a wall up so that my fireside can attack unmolested, but... Oh no, this is an instant death ability. Okay, this is going to be gross. That ability has a low chance of hitting, but if it hits, it just kills you. You have no comeback to it. It's bullshit gambling. Roll of the dice. Just have to hope it doesn't work. And I think it goes through walls as well. I think our best bet here is just to go hard on the fucker. Just hit him as much as possible. Take him out before he gets lucky, basically. I feel like the dark attack and his moveset is literally just meant to stall us, so that his death moves can fucking suck. Oh, it does a lot of damage though, having said that. Don't do it. Not Arbok. No! No, it sucks. It sucks so much. Go fireside now. Trying to keep the fireside alive, basically, because they're going to be the ones doing all the damage to him. So if I now switch around here... I thought he was going to death attack again there. Admulia or whatever it's called. I'm going to stay on this side. There we go. I don't mind if I lose him. Which we didn't, so that's good. Now we take a dark attack, that's fine. Hi. hadn't seen poison attacks in his rotation before. That's a new one on me. Fireside should be safe now to just kill, hopefully. Shame about Arbok, but as I say, bullshit attacks will be bullshit. There's not really much I can do about that. You can only plan and train so hard. You can still just get one shot by a bad roll of the dice, you know. Wind patina. What was that caltrop thing we picked up? It'll be a buff for someone, but the question is whomst. Whomst is it for? Further ups bug strengths. Alright, sure. 7 wisdom, wow. Powerful indeed. Let's finish exploring and be done with this zone. There's the exit. That's nice. Love an exit. Bit of money for the bank. As I said before though, money is just not especially useful in this game once you've got the 4 bag upgrades. And a second karma. Okay, I guess we'll just fight these. Steady on. You can tell me to die, tell me to leave, tell me you're going to kill me, that's fine. That's just an outpouring of emotion on your part, and I perfectly understand it. I'm in your territory and you're not happy about it. Fine, cool, sweet. Calling me an idiot though, that's just hurtful. That feels targeted, you know? I feel excessively seen. Wow, I did not expect that to one-shot that wall. We need a stronger wall, man. Our wall is not powerful enough. Honestly, Carnivine becoming MVP pretty rapidly here. He's doing good healing, he's taking hits well, he's stalling out some utter bullshit for us, and he seems to be resistant to fucking everything, so no status effects for him, which is pretty cool. Please stop confusing my whole team. We don't deserve this. Get him, Fireside. Win for us. I believe in you. Between the 3 of you, I think you can do enough damage. You definitely can't, but a crit there might have done it. There's one thing you can say for wind creatures is they go fast. They vroom and they zoom. Which means they always get their fucking bullshit status effects in before you can do anything about it. Right, collected that one. And we just have to do a quick jog back to the start of the zone to do the other one as well. It's worth it. It's worth it. Getting more options for merging is honestly probably the most useful thing you can do. More useful than getting an egg any day. Idiot. They're just all calling me idiot around here. It's like word got around. They've heard of my past crimes. They know what I'm about. And they're going to call me out on it, which honestly, fair. Good save up. Very good save up. Very proud of you. Do we one turn this one? Probably not, right? Close. Take that, Mothman. You're the worst cryptid. Too mainstream for my liking. Give me some of them niche cryptids that no one's ever heard of. I want to hear about the cryptids that some guy just made up in his basement and has never told anyone about before. I want to be the first to be graced with the knowledge of this cryptid. Right, okay, I think that about says and does it. We'll do a save, and we'll return to base immediately next time, I think. We might move on to Barren Earth. We might do the Waterside Stage 3 as well, because the end of Windside Stage 3 there was more difficult than I was expecting, so maybe we're not quite ready for the Stage 4 yet. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're not there yet, though. In the meantime, I'll see you.